I wanted to get your reaction to an incident, I believe in Lindsay, Ontario, where a man is now facing criminal charges for defending himself from a home intruder. What are your thoughts on that situation?
Well, if you don't want to get shot or beaten up, don't break into people's houses. Pretty straightforward. We had a similar incident in Alberta where somebody defended themselves, and they determined that there was not a reasonable likelihood of conviction, because we do expect that people are going to use a reasonable use of force to defend themselves and their families, and I support that.
The incident, you just mentioned the incident in Lindsay, Ontario, and you posted about it on social media earlier this week. Do you think Canada needs a castle law or a castle doctrine on the books to shield homeowners from facing criminal prosecution like the gentleman in Lindsay, Ontario, for defending their loved ones and properties during a break-in?
The law needs to be clear that if someone comes into your house uninvited to steal your property or harm your family, you need to be able to do whatever is necessary to stop them. And my message to the criminal thugs who are invading the homes of Canadians in unprecedented numbers because of Liberal laws is that you should be in serious danger if you go into someone's house illegally and try to harm them. If you don't want to be harmed, then don't invade someone's house and don't threaten their security. The law needs to be very clear that people have the right to defend their homes and their families.
Chief of Kawartha Lakes Police is asking everyone within his jurisdiction and across the province to have some patience, let the investigation unfold, and let police do their work. A little bit of background. This happened Monday morning, a little before 3:30 a.m. Police say on Kent Street in Lindsay, which is east of Toronto. Police say the resident of the home was sleeping when he woke to find someone had broken into his home. They say that there was an altercation between the 41-year-old intruder and the resident of the home, some sort of fight. In the end, the intruder was injured. Now the resident faces charges for aggravated assault and assault with a weapon. The alleged intruder, a 41-year-old, is also facing charges. Police say those include breaking and entering and possession of a weapon for dangerous purposes. They say the intruder in this case was already wanted on unrelated offenses and remains in custody now. But just given the nature of this whole situation, it is receiving a lot of attention because people are saying, what can you do? If someone breaks into your home, you should be allowed to defend yourself and necessarily not face any charges for it. What else is someone supposed to do?
Something is broken. I know if someone breaks into my house or someone else's, you're going to fight for your life. If this guy has a weapon, you're going to use any force you possibly can to protect your family.
Now, again, the chief of police for Kawartha Lakes says it's not necessarily that easy. He says commentary about police officers and their actions is unjust and inaccurate. Reminds us all that police have to be impartial in situations like this. In that statement, he also says, quote, under Canadian law, individuals have the right to defend themselves and their property. The Criminal Code of Canada, specifically sections 34 and 35, allow a person to use reasonable force to protect themselves and their property if they believe they are facing a threat. However, it's important to understand that these rights are not unlimited in Canada. The law requires that any defensive action be proportionate to the threat faced. Now, we don't know the specific deals of this. The police chief says that it's obviously being kept under wraps because it's all before the courts. People have rights that they have to protect.